Welcome, everybody, to the depths of hell to Global Atheists, where today we are going to celebrate Halloween. This interesting celebration that is
What?
all
No, no, no,
about.
no, 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 no. What are you
What?
talking about, Theo? Hey,
Hi, Alma. Why are you here? Why are you dressed like that? Is that your
because
Halloween costume?
no, this is for the Day of the Dead, and we are going to learn a little bit more on what is it and how the religion has been taken over from cultural grievances of the Mexican Day of the Dead.
Okay, I guess it's going to be Dia de los Muertos, people. So get ready for
Yay!
this. Wow, Alma, that was a complete takeover. I love it. So,
Mm.
dear people, as you have realized, Team Alma, damn it, I lost my fans to Alma already. Yes, Alma is our special guest today. Next to me is also Phil the Skeptic Atheist. Hi, Phil, how are you
Yeah,
today?
I am fine. Thanks. Right now,
Oh,
I'm in the cemetery celebrating the
Phil, you're
yes.
deceased.
bold. You lost the perfect chance to cover yourself in floor and say that you are a skull or something like that.
Yeah, I right now floating over the grave. So, yeah,
Oh, cool. That's a
suspended.
good point. That's a good point. And of course, our dear Alma here is going to tell us about the Dia de los Muertos. What is that, Alma?
And the Day of the Dead is a celebration that is most popular in Mexico. It has nothing to do with Halloween, and it is basically the celebration of the people who are gone from from the living realm, for to say something, but they are not remembered as they perish. They are remembered as they live. So this is why it's so important for a lot of people because it's the day that they get to remember their families, they get to remember what they used to like, what how they were when they were alive, and this is um, the principal idea behind the Day of the Dead in Mexico.
Well, the Day of the Dead in Mexico is very, very interesting because different from the rest of Latin America, where they brought the Day of the Saints to us in Spanish, Dia de Todos los Santos. That is
Mhm.
basically a similar idea, but it's the Spanish version of it. But it's amazing how Mexico never bought into it. They never accepted the Spanish imposition, and they kept their own celebration, the Dia de Todos los
Mm.
Muertos, or sorry, Dia de los Muertos in over there. Yeah, I always confuse it with Dia de Todos los Santos. So similar. And is there a historical component why in the rest of Latin America, Spain just imposed their own celebration, but Mexico kept their own special version of this nice and interesting celebration?
Actually, what happened was that they saw it was very difficult to convince people to stop with the celebration, as it was something like very, very dear to people that were not going to let it go. So what
Mm.
the Catholic Church did was just like, okay, I'll give you permission to do whatever you want because I know that you're not going to adhere what I want, but I'll change it a little bit. The reason it was a change is because the altars in the beginning, or as they were usually portrayed, they would actually put the dead skulls of the people who were sacrificed to their god. So they stop that and they say, no, 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 you're not going to do this anymore. But I'm going to let you put like candy instead. So that's how we ended up with those candy skulls that we have on the altars, and the ones that we give to the children's for this day.
Wait, originally it was a real skull, and now it's a
Oh,
candy
Yes,
skull. Oh wow,
yes.
that's
oh,
that's interesting things.
yeah.
Interesting news. I had no idea. Okay, it's quite interesting how over there you have Dia de los Muertos, and in the USA, people from Ireland brought the Celtic celebration of Samhain, but they were celebrating by then the Hall of Eves that turned into Halloween,
Oh,
and they coincide. I don't know if why we celebrate that in the same date. Was it changed through time? Was it a huge coincidence? I have no idea, people. If somebody knows in the chat, or guys, if you know, please teach me. I don't really know.
Well, in Mexico, it was because this date was the end of the harvest for the corn, so that's
Oh
why
oh,
yeah,
I was like,
for
I
the
think
Celtics it
it
was
was
the
kind of
same.
the same.
Sorry. Yeah, for the Celtics it was the same. They celebrated it to end the harvest. So same idea. Quite interesting. How Halloween and Dia de los Muertos have, despite being they started in different continents and they celebrate the same date.
mm.
I
And,
Yeah.
don't
and
know.
Mhm.
No, Phil, go ahead.
so you were saying to your the what you were referring to with the Catholics celebrations were being All Souls Day
Day
or
of
All
All
Saints
Saints.
Day. Yeah, which is celebrated on first 2 days of November.
Yes,
Oh,
and in the rest of, so Dia de los Muertos is specific to Mexico. In the rest of Latin America, we don't celebrate
mm,
that. We do go to cemeteries, but because we are celebrating Day of All Saints, that
mm-hmm,
is a totally different celebration. It's not for children
mm-hmm,
like Dia de los Muertos and Halloween. It's more kind of a respectful way to mourn your deads. So it's more an adult celebration. Children don't celebrate anything. It's adults who go to the cemetery to deposit flowers, and that's it. Those days, a lot
oh,
of flowers are sold.
okay.
And mhm.
Mexico, there
Oh,
also we use a lot of flowers, but the most common one or the favorite one is the cempasúchil flower. It has a specific meaning to it. It's because it's supposed to create a bridge between the land of the dead and
mm-hmm,
um, the way home. If you
yeah.
are supposed to put petals of cempasúchil flower from the entrance of your house all the way to the altar, is to guide your dead relatives into the home, so they can
Oh.
find a way home back.
So that is the All Souls, All Saints celebration. Does that?
No,
It got mixed up with that from the Spanish people, but now it's just the date of the dead in here. Yep.
Oh,
yeah, no.
okay.
In the day of the All Saints, we do nothing. Just go to the cemetery to deposit flowers, and that's it. It's just
Right.
it's not a real celebration. It's more like a way of mourning, as I said, and it's
Morning.
very,
Yeah,
silent and all of that. Phil,
you're
what
right.
do they celebrate
Right.
where you are?
We don't. They do Halloween a bit, a bit of Halloween, but it's not major.
Hmm,
Sometimes we have Halloween parties. But you don't see people going trick or treating or have you don't have the pumpkin stuff. People just dress up in costumes and go to a Halloween party. That's
cool.
it. Yeah.
Okay, Phil, what do you think if we go with my favorite part of this show when we start checking the questions of people? Because we already have two
Mhm.
questions. We have
Oh,
number one. Is this ancestral worship or just reverence?
It's
uh,
not either worship or reverence. Is for Day of the Dead is like to remember people as they were. Like
mhm.
remember your grandparents, how they were to you, if they were happy, if you had a grandpa that he used to play music, and so it's about that.
Mm.
It's about just like remember them as they were alive.
Ah, that, but I found that being very interesting because normally in evangelical circles you will hear about people saying, "Oh, my grandparents or the ancestors were Christians. You see them in heaven, right?" And that's what they focus on. But with this actually, and as I usually say, remember the persons, the memories of the persons, the happy times, etc., that they had, and you with them, and so on. So this is
Hmm.
sort of like that, where you are remembering, not waiting to get to some or belief
Mm,
place, to say, "Oh,
yeah.
I'm going to see them," and blah blah blah.
Hmm. Yeah, it's actually the celebration. It does have a little bit of belief on that. The Aztecs,
Mhm.
they did have a belief on the afterlife, but in this day, it's like they are coming back, not like in like flesh and blood, like, or to
Mhm.
scare you or anything like that. They're just coming back to have like last nice meal with you.
Yeah. And,
Hmm.
and and I guess some people do it as a cultural thing, not necessarily believing that the
Yeah,
Puritans actually
exactly.
come back.
Hmm.
Right? Like how some people just celebrate or Christmas as a cultural thing, not
Hmm.
necessarily believing in any Jesus, but looking at the concept of giving, and giving gifts and helping people and looking out for your fellow man around that time or fellow person around that time. It's so that's how I celebrate Christmas, not with the Jesus thing, because we know Christmas, like a lot of other rituals, were
Hmm.
taken. The Catholic Church took those things from the um, intermingled their teaching with these ideas, to make claims. Somebody said in the chat, Catholic Church, if you can't beat them, join them.
Join them. Yeah.
That's why they
Yeah.
celebrate Christmas on Dominic and during the how is the name? Dominicus? No. Oh,
The Sol Invictus.
that's it. Thank you,
So,
Alma.
so
You're amazing. Uh huh. Because Jesus could have never been born
In
in December.
December.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
impossible.
that's possible. So they take a lot of the pagan rituals and incorporate them, and then replace it with Jesus and
Hmm.
Mary and all. So so some people, and there have people who still in other countries do remember the pagan rituals, but it's not for them as being this is something real. It's just a cultural tradition, and seen as fun or remembering tradition. So
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
and then
guys, we have another interesting question, and I love Ascalon's image. The good times of The Simpsons. Okay. If money and artistry was no object, what would be your ideal spooky costume? I'm wearing
hmm.
mine. This is my ideal spooky
Oh
costume.
Yeah.
yeah, mine will probably be the Grim Reaper.
The Grim Reaper. Ooh, I could like
Mm,
that.
yeah.
Like the one from Billy Mandy or a different version
Yeah, I will be like the one in Billy Mandy.
with a whistle.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the Grim Reaper.
That's a
Mindy,
selfie.
yeah, Mindy one.
Ascalon, I feel personally insulted. But I like it. I like it. I like your humor, people. So,
Yeah.
can we ban Ascalon? I like Hog Father version of Green Reaper. Damn it, I have to Google that now.
Mm, the
And
hoof.
Mhm.
He
ooh,
said the hoof.
Dante is saying in the chat that November the 1st is Remembrance of Children and the second is was for adults.
For
What?
adults.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
it's
Is
divided,
okay.
and the modern day, we have like a Remembrance Day only for the little kids, and the next one
Hmm.
is for the adults.
So no,
But we
no, it's
celebrate Both.
Mhm.
Es Dia de los Muertos.
I had
No,
no
you
idea.
said that. Oh gosh, there's some set of pictures that is sent with
Oh, yeah.
the different some a place for the children, a place for babies. Yeah, and I don't know. Yeah.
Sorry. In the meantime, I love doorknob head. Do priests have to keep telling people, no, 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 this isn't a spooky costume I'm wearing. I'm actually a priest. Well, what can be creepier than
Well,
a
it is
possible pedophile?
creepy.
Yeah, sure.
It's so creepy though.
Yep, it is.
Let's see.
I mean, an actual priest is
Mhm.
creepier than just a costume.
Mm.
Okay, Alma, you brought
see.
this picture for us, but who had it in here? Guys, can you bring
Which one? Which
the,
one?
this one?
No,
With, no.
this one
Oh,
was the one with the when you are talking about children and adults. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why I just remembered. Um,
exactly.
yeah.
wait, what is this?
This is the Aztecs. Their belief has several parts. We are supposed to have like two different realities. One is the reality where we live, and the other one
Mhm.
is like the reality where you go to a place when you die. Everybody when they die, they go a place like it is like hell. It has
This
9
one.
levels of it.
Oh,
But
so.
once that you
Hmm.
have passed that, you are not supposed to stay there forever.
Oh,
Once that you pass that, then you go to five different realms. One of them is the city of Mictlan. That's where
yeah.
all the people who die from old age or disease
Right.
stay. There's
Mm-hmm.
another one that is under the realm of Tlaloc. That is
Mm-hmm.
where all the people who died from water-related um, accidents or diseases like um, pneumonia or something that makes you like drown. Basically, you end up in there.
Oh, okay.
Then, and the one that where you see the birds and the sun and
Mm-hmm.
everything, and well, that's like the equivalent. I don't know if you can relate to this to the Valhalla. It was the place
Ooh,
where
Oh.
all the warriors used to go after
Mm-hmm.
they pass from all the tests. And not only the warriors, you know, also who end up there, the women who died of
In
childbirth.
labor. Wow.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
because they were
Yeah.
considered to die doing something extremely dangerous. So they were considered
Mm.
as the same as warriors.
Wow.
I would
Nice.
have wanted to die like a warrior.
Yeah.
And after a few
Mm-hmm.
years there, they will become either beautiful birds or butterflies.
Ooh.
Okay, not
Wow.
sure if I want that.
Then there is another realm where there is all the kids that die in a really young age,
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh.
there is a garden for them just to play.
Hmm?
And
Mm-hmm.
the last one is a tree, and this tree is feeding all the babies that died also during labor. And their belief was that once that the fifth son kills the entire humanity, they are
Mm-hmm.
going the ones who are going to start repopulating the planet.
Hmm.
Ooh. So I have a question. So in this, all of this, did they ever have something similar to hell? Like what
Yes,
the oh,
yes, they do
okay.
have something similar to hell. I think I got another image where
Mm-hmm.
the one that is with numbers. I don't know if you have them.
Yes, I have that one. Oh, I thought that was the one before they reached this
No,
place. Okay,
yeah,
all
it's
right. Yeah, I can bring it up. I can bring it up. I have it. Let me just pull it back up here.
The image with the 9 steps.
9 steps. Yeah,
yeah.
I have it here. Let me pull
We
it
are
back
obsessed with number
up.
3. Number 3. And yeah,
Sure,
3 times
sure.
3, 9, 9 levels of hell, and 9 levels of what is
Right.
what you're going to explain
Yeah,
Glory.
now,
you
Alma?
can show it now. So this is the 9 levels of hell. Okay, when you said the persons go to a particular place before, right? I thought you was referring to this where then they will be
No,
stripped of their body. Okay,
yeah,
so this
this
is like
is
the
the
hell.
first. Yeah, this is first. This is what happens first
Oh,
when you die.
but they don't stay there. But they
Yeah,
don't stay
they
there.
don't stay there.
Okay, because in Christianity, it is, oh, you stay, especially for some Christian sects,
Hmm.
right? Do you stay in hell forever and
Forever.
ever, ever
Yeah,
and ever? Yeah. So this here, it is like a passing through of this stage, and then you move on to this better place.
exactly. Is
And
that
and and mhm. And in that place, you're not like in the Christian thinking, it is, oh, you're praising your God for eternity, which is kind of really
yeah.
boring, really boring. This one, the one that we had before, yeah, the one where we move on to these better places, they sound more exciting. You're not there praising, stroking the ego of a god.
Yeah.
There's some, it is kind of like a utopia, sort of different reps, for each person based on what they've done in life. Okay, yeah. So tell us about this one here.
Well, regarding these places, the first one uh, is
Mm-hmm.
Ixquicklan. It is a river. It does what happened exactly after the person dies. They have
Oh,
crossed this river, but they are helped by a solo squinkle. A solo squinkle is a breed of dogs that they don't have hair. They're
oh,
kind of pretty, and they're considered like the guides from when you die until all the way to this river.
mm-hmm.
Then there is another. The second level after you cross the river is Tepeme Monac Milan Mitlan, and in this land you have to cross between two mountains without being crushed.
Mm.
In this level you are like kind of losing like personal stuff that you are supposed to take with you, and you're just dropping in there just in order to
Oh, oh.
avoid being crushed. Then
Mm.
the third level is it's it's the petal. There is it's a mountain that you have to climb, but there is knives in there.
Ooh,
The knives are made of glass, and they will kind of rip the skin of the dead people.
yeah.
The next step
Okay.
is Seulegoyan, and then that area is very cold. It's supposed to have snow, but the snow will cut you, and
Ew.
will,
Ooh.
yeah.
Everything cuts you here.
Yes. Then is Pancuetla Cayolan, and that's a place where the wind toss you from um, one place to the other. After you pass that, there is another level that is Temimi Naloyan. That is a way where invisible hands will hit you with arrows. Then is Teyol Teyoyoloqualoyan, where you can find jaguars that they eat the heart of the dead people.
Kitty, 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 kitty,
Mm.
kitty.
Kitty, kitty. The next one is Apano Waloyan. There is a lake with black waters where the dead loses their entire flesh.
That's
Mm.
creepy.
Mm.
And then Chiconaloyan. After crossing the rivers that is in there, they stop suffering and they go to Mictlan or wherever land that they are allowed to go, depending on how
Oh,
they die.
no.
Hmm.
So at least it's not eternal torture.
No, it's not. Also, there is something very interesting that a lot of scientists, um, well, archaeologists have said about this, is that it
Hmm.
kind of is consistent with the way that a body decomposes.
Oh,
Mm. Right, that
oh,
makes sense. Yeah,
okay.
that's how we keep losing
The
our flesh, and
observation, yeah,
yeah,
Hmm.
the black water is going to be the final stage of the composition.
and yeah,
Hmm.
and that
And
means that they were basing this on their observations of death,
Of
of
the
how persons die, and came up with the mythology surrounding that, which
exactly.
makes more sense than what even the Bible tries to put forward as death and this nebulous thing, not
Yeah, that
even related to reality.
it has no meaning in reality what the stories on the
Mm,
Bible. Yeah, this what
yeah.
this does is a little bit attached to reality because if we see it as the composition of a body, yes, like the body gets a
Mm-hmm.
little bit crushed because it's on the earth, and then they start
Mm-hmm.
losing their skin, then
Mm-hmm.
uh, the insects start taking the rest of the flesh,
Mm-hmm.
and it looks like they lost all the entire organs until they are only bones.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess the creepiest part is why the first part is a dog has to eat you. How many dogs did they try to eat people during that time that was the beginning of everything? Just thinking. Maybe dogs
Mm.
were trying to rescue them from the river. Who knows?
The only way that a dead person will stay in hell or in one of these
Mm-hmm.
steps is if they give up.
Oh,
Oh, oh. So
Hmm.
you,
okay.
what happens if you give up in any of those steps?
You stay in that step forever. But
Ooh.
Ooh.
that usually that's why they think that if there is somebody that is bad or like really worthless, or I don't know, somebody that is like a piece of crap while they were living, their soul will most likely give up in one of these steps, like, or stay like in the cold, or just
I-
forgotten. Hmm.
Imagine staying number
Mm.
7 forever with jaguars eating your heart. I mean, yes, you have huge kittens around you, but the heart kind of painful. Does it grow again? That's weird.
Yeah, but
Hmm.
most of the people that has, it's just that it makes sense because if you're a good person and you have family that remembers you and everything, you're not going to stay forgotten. You're not going to stay in just one of these steps. Like, um, they mean that staying in one of those steps is like somebody forgot all about you, and you're just stay dead and buried forever.
Ooh.
Oh. Okay,
Mm.
we have a very
Mm-hmm.
interesting question for us in the chat that I really want to read because I like it. This is from Ascalon, and he's asking, guys, which step do you think you would give up and why? I guess I'm too lazy, so either in one or maybe in five. Because if you move away like wind, like a flag, I will be like wee wee wee, and I wouldn't want to leave that place. I don't know about you guys.
I always dreamt about, or well, sometimes I had dreams about I am flying, so maybe the one with the big.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Alma, do you think you would give up or would you achieve the final enlightenment? It's not enlightenment here. I don't know what it is.
And it's just that you will go to live in either Mictlan or one of the other uh, places I show you. Um,
Hmm.
Maybe I'll stay with the Jaguars. Because
Yeah,
kitty,
they
kitty,
must
kitty,
be cute.
kitty.
Who wouldn't? Yeah. Um,
Uh,
can we see again the places where you rest after this place, guys?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
So those were the 9 steps that you have to follow after you die in Mexico,
Mm-hmm.
if you are a Mexican.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And if you, how do I become one? I want to hound the living. What?
You can't. You can only come back if there is somebody here to remember you.
Yeah, if nobody remembers you, tough luck.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And Alma, what about Coco and the Book of Life? Do they represent these ideas in a good way, or is it too far from the original ideas?
I actually I haven't seen the Book of Life. Sorry, sorry, but
I love it.
Coco, I think is like a little bit closer than than most of movies that I has been done about Day of the Dead. Yeah, they
Okay.
don't show the hell because they don't show everything that I'll just show you, but they will show you like coming from Mictlan because they're like only showing the place where people die after being ill or old age,
Mm.
and how the alebrijes are with them, and and the
Oh,
Xoloscuincles and all that. Yeah.
okay, we have pending watching. We will watch together the Book of Life because I love that movie, and I don't know why some
Okay.
people don't like it. I love it. So I think it's because it's exaggerates some things, but they show the Katrina, so there is that.
Actually, the Katrina is not part of the celebration of the
What?
in the sense wait, it's not part of
Okay.
the celebration in the sense that it's not from the belief. The Katrina was actually part of the criticism from a political standpoint of view. It was created by Jose Posadas, and
Mm.
it was created as a criticism of the wealthy in Mexico. Because if you see
Mm.
the scene where the Katrina comes out um, in the in the cartoon that was created like that, you can see a scene. There is a park. There is wealthy people everywhere, and she's there in the middle of everybody dressed with jewelry and fine flowers and a big hat, and it's like nobody even noticed that she's there.
Mm.
So it is the criticism of the how the wealthy people in Mexico, they see everything that is wrong. They see the misery, the poverty, and every the death of the people who are not as well. They don't have money, and they just ignore it. Like I don't see it. I don't mind.
Mm.
Like I. I'm just, they are just like blind, even if the death was in the middle of them. That's how the
Mhm.
Katrina was born.
Nice.
Also, the word
Mm.
Katrine, it was kind of despective word to mention um, people who are wealthy.
I had no idea about that.
Yeah, it was like that. It was like that. It's not used like that right now, but it was like that. Like, oh, ahí viene Catherine. It's like saying, oh, look, here comes the rich dude or something like that.
Hmm.
Okay. So I want to answer to a couple of questions from the chat. For example,
Mhm.
no Escalon, there is no movie night at my house because I'm poor. But if you bring food, maybe. Dandy asked if the children are ever reunited with their parents. Do you know
Apparently
anything
not.
about that? No.
Apparently, in this one, not. The
Ooh.
children will stay in that in the garden playing,
Ah.
and the newborn babies will stay in the tree. waiting.
Ah. Ooh.
Okay. And another question in here,
Okay.
producer Wes is asking, are there any good El Dia de los Muertos movies? I think I've seen a cartoon one before. I don't recall the name. I'm sharing one here. Maybe you can show it, guys. Which I
Mhm.
love is the one that I want Alma to watch and tell me if it
Right.
is
The book.
close or not. The Book of Life,
Okay.
one of my favorites. But yeah, if it has the Katrina, apparently they don't really take well the myth, and now I understand why people don't like that one. And there is another one that is
Mm.
also a cartoon that I would recommend that I'm going to show right now. Um, oh, come on. I
What
should do
is
this
it
faster.
called?
But guys, if you can show this one, please. This one apparently is more faithful to the
Yeah.
real
The real.
traditions,
Okay.
Alma. You know more
Yeah.
about this?
Yeah. And Coco is a little bit closer to the tradition because it shows how the Day of the Dead is not really about being scary or
Mm.
anything. It's more about remembering the people who are not longer here.
Ah.
Hmm.
Wonderful.
Oh.
Perfect. So, huge celebration
Oh.
in San Antonio for Dia de los Muertos. Went last year, ton of good food, and got to make my first sugar skull. Oh, you can make your own
Oh.
sugar
Yeah.
skulls?
Yes.
Wow. That's
Wow,
lovely. That's
that's
nice.
awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we have been learning a lot, which is quite interesting. I really want to see more questions from the chat, but in the meantime, Phil, why don't we go with the people who make this possible? Who we have to thank our dear
Mm-hmm.
patrons.
Oh yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Patreons.
So our patrons: Kathy Cotton, Cindy Plaza, Bryce, Deborah Grace, Sunny Shell, Ron, Coalson, and Phil Calderone. Yeah. Thank you,
Those are
Yay.
amazing
patrons.
people.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
Hey,
thank you,
Science.
Definitely.
people, for that. And I was going to ask something and I totally forgot. But in the meantime, Alma, you have your fan club in the chat, so say hi to them.
Hi.
And before we start finishing the program, first of all, I really want to thank Alma because we have learned a lot thanks to you today, Alma.
Yeah.
And we have to give a shout out to our other shows. People go and watch what comes now. I always forget Women.
Women atheists unloaded.
Woo.
That's it. Thank you, Phil. You're
Yeah.
amazing. So, guys,
Thank
go and
you.
watch the other shows from this channel. I'm sure you will like them.
Mm-hmm.
And unless we have anything else from the chat, no, I don't see anything
One,
else.
one more
Yeah.
thing.
Yes, please.
The photo with the I want to ask Alma about this one. Let's see. Let me pull it.
Mhm.
Um. Okay. Let me pull this up. Uh. Oh, it's there. Good.
Oh,
Yes.
fine.
You can show it. Best. Yep.
Oh yeah.
That
Ooh,
one.
wow.
Yeah.
I had totally forgotten about this. Sorry, Alma, please explain. This is beautiful. This is amazing.
Oh
Shame on
yes.
me.
These are part of the celebration that is done in Oaxaca. This is
Ooh.
in Oaxaca is they have like the biggest celebration of Day of the Dead. They have a festival, a ton of food, and they have this tapestry is made with flowers.
Oh,
All of
So
it
those
is
are just flowers.
yeah,
it's just
it's
flowers.
petals
Wow.
and flowers. Hmm.
So
Wow.
so how do they put them together? Or is this one of those pieces of work where if you just kick it, it will get destroyed? Or are they
Yes,
soon? Or oh, really?
yes.
Oh,
It's not glued or anything. Yeah, it's just they just
wow.
put the petals like that, and after that, after the celebration is gone, they just sweep it, and that's it.
So even wind could destroy it.
Oh,
That's scary. I mean, so beautiful and so fragile,
Is that
yeah.
just like
life?
humanity. That's life. Very good. Yeah, that's a good way to to represent it.
So
We
this is
invite a picture.
one where they do some do that. And what about this one? Is a similar one?
This is the biggest one in Oaxaca. They made one like near the church and everything. Sometimes they add like the saints and this is part of the syncretism that I was talking about with the Catholic Church, that they
Uh-huh.
will allow
Oh
to put
yeah.
this kind of imaginary in the church. And you can see that there is a cross in there.
Yeah, I know
So
seeing the cross down here.
yeah,
Yeah.
and so they kind of trying to blend in, like, oh yes, you are celebrating this, but you are also here with us. So
Oh
Yeah.
god.
yeah.
One
Yeah.
question: don't people
Mhm.
get nervous with so much fire around such a huge amount of
Oh.
dead leaves?
I I think that they're like really careful with this, but usually those are containing like
Oh, those are kind
glasses.
of glasses.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
there's
I
not
didn't
like an
say
open
anything.
flame.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't
it's
realize
really
that.
open. Yeah.
Still,
Okay. So
one dog
the
in there could
pictures
destroy
here.
everything. Sorry,
So you
Phil.
say that these pictures here are saints, or these are persons that
This
are
could be
being
that's
remembered?
usually our person who are being remembered. So that's why some of
Okay.
them are like really old photos.
Yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
Yes. 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 Oh, this is very lovely. And the one that I have as my background, that is not there.
I
Yes.
keep seeing that car.
This ah right. This is so this is in a the
It's in
cemetery
a graveyard.
itself.
Yes. This is called Alumbrada. It's in Misquick. It's a neighborhood in Mexico City.
Okay.
What they do is they just go and put candles everywhere. So it's or little. I think at this point they use like little LED lights, LED
Oh,
lights,
LED
and
lights, yeah.
yeah. But they go
Oh,
to the graves and they stay there and have like a picnic in there. And
oh,
like I said, it's mostly about remembering people.
remembering,
So
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I can't believe I forgot to ask you this, Alma. Alma, what is pan de muerto? What is that bread of death?
Pan de Muerto is one of the things that was asked to be in place of the actual bones that people used to put on the altar.
Oh, okay.
So that's why the shape of it is so
Oh,
precise. If you see that they have like a little lines on top of the bread,
mm-hmm.
those are bones. Are the bones of the dead.
Oh, oh,
That's the shape.
Really?
That's why they have that shape. Yep.
whoa,
Okay, I will search for a
that's
picture
cool.
to show, unless
Yeah,
somebody
you
else
gotta
is
get a
doing it
picture.
already.
No, I don't have the picture. If you have one, that'd be lovely to show.
Yeah, the pan de muerto.
I want to open the picture only, but I cannot do it for some reason. But it's okay. I can share my screen. Where is it? Where is it?
Mm-hmm.
Where is it? Guys, I got totally lost. Okay, here we are. So, for people who want to know what the heck I'm talking about, this that I'm going to share now is what is called pan de muerto, and as you can see, it has a very special shape. Uh, yeah, that's it. And I had no idea that
Okay.
those were supposed to be bones.
Oh,
Yeah.
So that
oh,
is the recipe for pan de muerto.
Ah, it's really nice.
oh.
You eat that
Is
with
it
hot chocolate. It's like
Yeah, got my mouth feel watering.
okay? Let's remove it because we are all hungry here.
you know that some people just open it and fill it up with Nutella and um, whipped cream.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's diabetes in a bread, in a
Yes.
piece of bread. Diabetes just
Well,
waiting to
Definitely.
happen.
it's one day. It's just about 3 days.
Yeah,
It's
more
only
than
made
enough for
during around this time. Eh? It's not. You cannot
really.
find pan de muerto and the bakeries in Mexico and any other time, unless you ask for
Right.
it to be made. But other than that, no, it's mostly
Uh,
for this time of year. Yeah.
that's like around Easter time they have hot cross buns here. That's the only time you will get hot cross buns.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, then I guess that's going to be all.
Mm-hmm.
Am I forgetting anything? No, I'm not forgetting anything so far. I feel kind of chilly and creeped out. I have no idea
Uh,
why. So I guess
before you
before
Oh,
your
I.
there's one more
somebody,
question.
there's a super chat.
Oh, yeah, Dan.
Dandy. Yeah.
Dan D, you are amazing, sir.
Thank you. Thanks,
There was a
Dandy.
question? Ooh, ooh, this one is awesome. Which one is better, Halloween or Day of the Dead? This is
They,
Halloween. This is Halloween. Halloween. Halloween.
how dare you?
Halloween. In this
No,
town,
I
we
think
go home.
it's each one is different. I mean, I think it's fun when the people just dress up and costume like superheroes and stuff like that for
Mm,
Halloween. And
mhm.
I think it's just different. I don't think that any of that is better than the other. It's just different.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It's about one is remembering, really lovely remembering, having memories of those who have gone on, and the fun time. The Halloween is more of thinking in terms of, yeah, you want to look like a superhero or some fairy tale
Spooky.
character
Yeah.
or spooky. It's more along that fun line, along that there. But both, I would say, based on what I'm seeing here,
To answer
both,
the to answer this
yeah.
question seriously, I think that Dia de los Muertos is amazing. It's a wonderful celebration, but I was fed the Hollywood idea of Halloween. So I always wanted to celebrate Halloween. It didn't exist in here, and when it arrived, I was too old to celebrate it. So because
Mm.
it's still seen as something for children and stuff like that. So
Yeah, yeah,
so screw
yeah.
you, Halloween. I hate you. Totally. Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
disappointed when I lived in the US about Halloween
For real.
a little bit
Why?
because they keep saying in the news there was going to be drugs in the candy, and I never got any.
Oh man.
Yeah, how do they dare not to give drugs in the candy?
God.
I mean, we all know that drugs are so cheap. Everybody's want to try to give them to children. Duh, obviously. There you have more
Mm.
harms from religion. They don't know what to do
Mhm.
to be against religious celebrations, so make up stupid stuff.
Yeah,
Yep.
usual.
There was
Mhm.
worse than drugs in the Nickelback albums.
Oh gosh. Oh my goodness.
Okay,
Yeah.
guys, ready to
Yeah.
go now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then thank you everybody who was here in the chat with us. You are awesome people. You're amazing. Obviously, thank you, Alma, so much for coming today. You brought some very interesting information. You taught us a lot. And obviously, Theo, thank you
Mhm.
for being here. You're awesome. And of
Thank
course,
you.
to the producer Wes that I keep reading him on the chat. You are awesome, sir. Well, all the producers are. We love you, people.
Yeah. Love you.